Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another Global Lab patch notes reading. So, if you guys don't know, every Friday a new Global Lab patch notes drops, and usually what that means is it comes to the live servers the following week. It's a good idea to check it out and see what's happening, as well as maybe prepare for various things in advance. But I kind of skimmed the notes for this week, and we'll see what it's talking about. So, number one. New Atoraxion Dungeon, the fourth one for the Atoraxion series, as far as I understand. And it's actually been a while. So they come out with a new one, not really regularly, to be honest, but we're finally getting a new one. And I believe it works a little bit differently from what I understand. So let's read it together. All right. New Atoraxion Dungeon, the fourth one. If you haven't done the other three of them, you should probably start doing them. And this will be available next week, where you can experience all of this together and do the highest difficulty. There's the new boss, new grind spots, I believe, that are in the area. I don't know how that works completely, but as you might infer from the term field monster zones, Atoraxion Dungeon has a distinct difference between other ones. So in the other dungeons, basically you collect a bunch of things, combine them together, and turn it into like the dagger or whatever to proceed with the final boss. That's kind of how the first three work right now. And upon entering this one for Elvia, which is the higher difficulty, there's normal and then Elvia meaning hard mode, essentially. You can encounter enemies, so if you want to do a boss run and skip the story, you can do that one. I assume that's what it means. Story mode, speed run. All right, so I don't want to spoil myself too much, assuming there's going to be spoilers, but I hope not. Basically, two difficulties, normal and hard mode. Ancient Stone Chamber is where you start it, but in-game does a thing to, just like queue for it as well. And when you interact, you can travel there, basically telling you how to get there. Main story, pause. If it's like story spoilers, let's kind of skip that for all of you who just want to experience it for the first time yourself. There's the daily quests and stuff to do. Region investigation for that one, very cool. Oh my god, that looks so new. This looks exactly like, if any of you guys have ever done War of the Roses, the Odalita side of it, this looks like the final boss, the Dark Knight. So interesting. Field hunting area. Recommended AP 350, recommended DP 440. That's funny, game, because, the highest people can get is 438 without having to put in DP crystals and nuking their AP. So this probably means that usually they say that with sheet AP, but 350 is actually pretty difficult, and recommended defense. I don't think you can get these numbers without sacrificing, some AP with crystals, and unless you're like really hard cap gear. So recommended attack power 1100 AP and DP is 700. That's a pretty steep, actually. Like, it's really an endgame thing. So let's keep that in mind. That's pretty tough. So this bot looks like Forest Renaros with a mix of the what is that thing that drops ominous ruins? What is that spot called? I forgot what it was. But it kind of looks like that. Thornwood. Yeah, that one. So the loot you can get is Deboreka accessories, Capra stones, black stones, loot, silver trash loot is 96k. Weekly bosses and normal versus Elvia difficulty rewards. A new void crystal. New crystals. That's always good. We recently made a video talking about my crystal setup and everything. So if this changes, we'll update that one. Quest rewards is contribution. Magical parchment plus 70 is the fail stack thingy that we get. So, and a new title, the Unstoppable Dawn. That's kind of cool, actually. New housing item. Furniture. That's kind of cool, actually. I kind of want it. So, yeah, we're going to have to do it. Anyone who wants to do it, let me know. New titles. 2 void chests for difficulties based on whatever you're doing. And that's about it. So basically, TLDR, new dungeon coming out next week. It's going to be mostly for endgame players. I assume you could get in with slightly less, but if you're trying to do efficiency runs and everything, probably going to be a little bit more on the challenging side. So we'll see. All right, class balances. Ever since the hardcore servers, these are like the notable ones. Sorceress. Cooldown change from 6 seconds to 8 seconds. That's a nerf. But I don't know Sorceress well enough to know, but I just see 6 to 8, that's bad. Cooldown from 9 to 8, that's good. 11 to 8, that's good. Defense change from super armor to forward guard. Usually super armor is better than forward guard, but I guess that makes you play a little bit differently. So I don't know if this is a bad or good thing, but it seems like it's a neutral change. More CDs, reduction, that's good. Gathering speed of skills have been increased. Dream of Doom, isn't that still a very big damage skill? Basically, I'm pretty sure they looked at the hardcore servers and was like, Swarx is the worst of the 4 that they currently have. Let's buff it, and that's probably where these came from. Goldfish, that is Tamer, I believe. I have no idea how to play Tamer. These words and skills mean nothing to me. Adding forward guards to things is pretty good. Yeah, more protection for your abilities. That's good. Lowered cooldowns. That's good. Awakening. Oh, this is all succession? Oh, yeah, main weapon. Okay, so yeah, succession. Defense reduction. When a skill hits is unified. When a skill hits successfully, all defenses are reduced by 30 for 10 seconds. Musa. I always thought Musa was in a decent spot. Like, they're not top at anything, but they're not the worst. So just kind of like, above average, in my opinion. So let's see. This looks like more damage and easier flowing. Seems good. Archer is good if you know how to play it, but a lot of people just get caught by everything and they're like, yeah, Archer's bad because I'm bad. So I don't think so. I've fought against a lot of really good Archer players lately. Attack, distance, and range have been reduced. That's not what you want to see. Movement speed reduction effect on successful hit has been removed. Wait, these are nerfs. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Attack distance has been reduced. We're 3 out of 3 nerfs right now. That's not good. Attack range increased. Cannot be used during cooldown. Yeah, there should be more of these changes across the board for all classes. There are people that spam abilities and, you should not be spamming things on cooldown. Seems like a good change, actually. I don't know Archer well enough, but I saw some nerfs, but I don't know. If you're an Archer main, let me know if they were realistically justified. Like, let's be honest, there are classes that are really OP and they deserve nerfs, even though no one wants it. I understand. But yeah, some of these are attack power has been changed from 10 to 20. That's good. More damage, good. Removing super armor is bad. Well, actually, depends on the class, but you know, protections and stuff. The meta for PvP lately has been everyone is tanky. I actually enjoyed the time when you can actually do damage to people and not have to play a meta class. That was a good time. Now everyone is super geared. You know, one thing, this is kind of off topic. One thing I wish they would add is Red Battlefield, you know, the castle ruins, but with the Valencia objectives. That would be just like no roof campers. Everything's fine. That's cool. Oh, dude, Archer had a lot of changes. Holy. I think overall, I don't know if this is a good or bad change. There seems like a lot of goods and then a lot of like balances. So this seems like an overall good one. Like just by looking at things from various usages, damage numbers have been going up. So yeah, I always thought that archers were good. Maybe it's just me playing against good archers. So yeah, didn't know. Lahn. Cooldown reductions. Lahn has always been like a pretty solid PvEer, actually. I always considered them really decent and especially good for newer players. So they're even easier for newer players now. And Awakening. I think both specs are good. Both Succession and Awakening are very solid. So this isn't any damage number changes, or most of these. They're just cooldown reductions, which I think is overall a good thing if it allows people to learn how to combo better. That's always good. Oh boy, Sage changes. Sage is actually really good, so let's be careful what we say here. Stiffness effect has been applied to a change to PvE monsters only. Super armor applied while using the skill when activated in overcharged state. Defense judgment is applied from invincibility. Interesting. Down smash effect has been removed. That's good, actually. So this is changing it to be more PvE overall. Sages probably are not happy with this, but I think it's for the better of the game. Separate damage amount regardless of divine punishment skills. Stamina consumption reduced. That's good. Cooldown has been reduced. Accordingly, the skill specialization stage has been 3 stages to 2, so it's easier and lower cooldown. That's fine. Stamina consumption from 200 to 100. And if you're using it on cooldown, cool. All DR effects have been changed from 20 to 30. That's good. Sage honestly has a lot of defensives, and like maybe it's just me watching Zethian, but Sage is in a really good spot. So now they're even stronger. Damage of the following skills have been changed. I don't actually know these. I think these are not the English names. I don't think. Warrior. Another hardcore change. ×2 nerfed. Wait. Why are they nerfing Warrior? Warrior's already good. I don't actually like. I think Warriors are just balanced and they're nerfing it. So I don't think this is a good thing, but they're probably balancing it off hardcore, which is not the right play, because in the hardcore servers, everyone has like 500 AP, which is impossible to get on normal characters. So it's very interesting to see how, like, where these numbers even came from. If anything, I would have thought they would be buffing warrior damage and not nerfing it. Interesting. Hardcore server changes. Yeah, dude, I'm gonna make a video of that one. There's a lot of things I want to talk about for hardcore, so yeah, just wait for that one. Survival score, PvE questing, quest score, added changes, penalties do not apply, Black Spirit, different enemy changes, bosses, red battlefield. You can now approach blue lights in the waiting area and join the battle. Man, you know what I talked about having like objectives in Castle Ruins? Why don't they just add that? War of the Roses. Improve the system to ensure more even distribution of factions. Yeah, so some guilds just roll the other ones because it's just guild and gear difference. It is what it is. New season server. New season server is coming. What does that mean? This is already here, doesn't it? Like 1000% XP at all times. That's always been there, right? Okay, so season. Reach level 60 at the new season server. You get 2 pen boss armors for your first time instead of 1. So yeah, there's just more catch-up mechanics. I think that's fine. And you can get a fishing rod with 1000 durability instead of a pay-to-win one with 2000 durability. So yeah, basically more catch-up mechanics. I think this is fine. It's not like giving black stars or anything. Just Tet armors first time. You'll get an extra one. So I think that's good. And same thing, talking about new 4th dungeons again and a bunch of fixes. Yeah, this is a lot of the hardcore fixes. That's where I assume a lot of the balances are coming from. Yeah, we're going to have a video talking about the hardcore servers and my thoughts and opinions. Boy, do I have a lot of them. And that will be coming soon. Anyway, that's a bunch of the changes. TLDR, new dungeons, various class changes, a 4th dungeon coming out, and new season stuff. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. See you guys later.